Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Brian Johnson now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they climb back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season that could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Second down, Howell back to pass. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Hey, take 26.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 33 yards that time.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Jones. will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. Right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Gibson here running out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards there at a Washington first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played. Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll go again with McKissick. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Fourth down, Howell. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8 absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run it with Jones. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. They'll go again with Gibson. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Give up the middle to Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Second down. Howell now. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it inside the 10. And it's a Packers touchdown. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Second down throw for Howell. He's got Cook running the slant. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run with Gibson. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Howell on the QB sneak, and he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the 29, Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And he is going to have a Packers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Cook. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now throwing on first down here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Johnson for the extra point try. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. On first down, Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First down, Howell to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. One last shot before the break. Howell. It returns it right back to Samuel. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think
it's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. On first down, Howell. Flush to his right. Howell sliding down, and he picks up the first on that play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So here we go, 4th down, Howell. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Howell out of the shotgun. He's got Gibson on the out route.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know.
He's got a man complete. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time.
And now here's another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Packers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll go again to Jones. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Now Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 76 yards. And the Commanders are able to at least get one score back. Joey Sly on for the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Jones again on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He finds Watson complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line. Again, it's Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Packer pressure, and down he goes. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running right, Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say?
The defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And Howell will throw it. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Howell. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Howell, another throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having.
And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Howell. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Tariq Carpenter. The 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Out for the PAT. Here's Johnson. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Their catch, the 25-yard line. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Packers, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Washington, they The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Going to the air right away, Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain of 32 that time. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And some room to run now. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lawrence will throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This defense for the Jags, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. first down throw for Mills. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. Room here to run. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Touchdown, Jaguars. James Robinson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jaguars are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
A second down throw for Mills. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Derek Stingley picks it. There he goes offside. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Texans 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially. So a net gain of 1 there. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part and got him the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Rocky started throwing the football, and he's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw is Mills. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's underneath to Pierce. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Foyesade and Ulikin. The 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick 6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mills. This ball caught by Mechie. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Mills on 1st down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Mills again. He's got it to Collins, complete. And did he get in? No! They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 54 yards. Here's Pierce. Is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Second down and a run by Robinson. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Right side, it's Manhurts, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down. The Jaguars had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind.
He's got a man, complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 59 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Lawrence. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2. Alexander Johnson, the one to drop him. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Mills. That's complete. It's Collins. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Mills throw taken in there by Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. To throw, Mills. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the stick.
Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. On the touchdown pass. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Mills to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and when he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now Mills. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. This is caught. It's Kirk. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Well, go ahead and mark that down as one of the most bizarre 1st down calls in the history of the National Football League. A fake, and it backfires.
But we've seen a lot of
1st down.
Yeah, you're right. And we've seen a lot of innovation throughout.
And it'll be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A three-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no three-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Working out of the gun, Mills. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On first and 10, Mills. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mills. Got a man. It's Collins, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. The pass finds Mechie in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Lawrence's throw complete there to Beckham. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Again, it's Lawrence. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Jonathan Grenard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 2nd and 10, Mills. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first down throw for Mills. Another one caught by Collins. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mills to the air again. And he wisely will throw that one away. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. And Washington has scored yet again. They have really opened that one up. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mills. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Mills. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, 40 yards. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
an opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Jalen Petrie coming up to bring him down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Texans are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what?
And now here's another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Trying for Kirk, and he's got him on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll run with Robinson, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunity.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. De'Ami Brown from 13 yards out. And the Jags are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very... He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mills. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Texans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Texans 42.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations. After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. A give left side to Robinson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Lawrence. It's caught by OBJ. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing now, Lawrence. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now Mills. He's got it to Collins, complete. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One last shot from Mills. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. But all came down to one final jump ball of the Hail Mary, but probably the defense was ready, able to force it to be incomplete. Ball game over.
Look, let's face it, everybody wants to work the ball in closer and take a more high percentage pass to try and tie the game. But the Hail Mary, that's what they had to work with. And now they're just hoping that their jumpers can get up higher and are stronger than the defenders. Not the case in this instance. They end up losing the game.
So for Jacksonville, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Houston, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to act.